To this week's live stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, today's live, we are going to be chatting about swing trading, how to get started, some stocks that we're holding, stocks that we sold, stocks with opportunities. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys do, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget, if you want to learn more about swing trading, check out our school. You guys can use code LEARN to get 50% off. It's absolutely fantastic. Private live streams, quizzes, lectures, group chat, everything you guys need to get started with swing trading, and 50% off sale, code LEARN. Check it out down below. And guys, let's dive into this here. So the first thing, that if you guys are just getting started with trading and you're just going about buying, selling, I would highly recommend getting a broker that is a trading broker. So the broker I use is Moomoo. They're absolutely fantastic, and this is the charting and broker I have up and going here. The reason why this is so important is because Moomoo offers good charting, scanning, back testing, paper trading. This broker is designed for traders. Welcome to the live, Kevin. Hope you are doing well, and I'll put it down below so you guys can sign up, get up to 20 free stocks, and yeah. So check them out here. But this past week, we've seen a lot of volatility. We took a trade on JP Morgan Chase here at ticker symbol JMP here. In this stock here, as you guys can see, it had really good hourly support on this trend line. It popped up and then really just kind of sold off, and now has been just a very flat stock. Hasn't been getting good buying pressure, hasn't been getting selling pressure, of course. But looking at the daily, you guys can see that for me and my approach here, I love indicators. I love moving average lines. I love RSI lines. And you guys can see just the heavy amount of support here on this stock here. Hit it, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure. Now this blue line, yes, is a moving average line, but more importantly, it is the 90-day moving average line. This acts as hard support. I have the 90, the 200-day moving average line, and then the RSI line. So these lines here all have very important indicators that you guys use. So RSI will help finding stocks that are undervalued, and the moving average lines just have tendencies of good support. So JP Morgan Chase here was a stock here that we entered on the trend line, as you guys can see here. Let's zoom out here. So it formed this nice trend line, and one of the reasons I didn't like it is because it sold off down below. Let me readjust this trend line here a little bit. But you guys can see it dipped down, sold off down below the trend and below these moving average line, which historically is a bullish thing for the stock to do. So we just exited the position. Now, I do think it's important to note a couple of things. The September is historically the worst month for investing. Let me show you guys this here. I think it's very important here. Let's do this. So, I don't want you guys. There we go. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so you guys can see that the average monthly sell-off here through index funds is September is normally the worst. You guys can see the sell-off here of almost, about 0.5%, which might not seem like much, but this could cause a lot of volatility in the market. So given that this month here we're profitable, we're still following our approach, and all that, I think is a really good sign here. And historically too, the last 3 months, so October, November, December, are historically the best months for my trading. So I'm excited for the end of the year here for us to just get pushed kind of into October so we can have a little better returns. But this past month here in general hasn't even been that bad of a month. We still made a significant amount of money. So it's just something to take note of here. So this one here, is a stock that we sold. We also sold out on ticker symbol CL. CL here, looking at this, you guys can see It just couldn't break out above the 200-day moving average line, which we were actually still able to cover profits on this one. It was only like $65, so it was pretty much, at least for me, it was like a break-even trade. But you guys can see just the heavy trend line here where it hits it. We have good buying pressure on this trend line. Entered on the trend for possible push up to highs, and it really just kind of didn't react like we wanted, which in hindsight, this is going to happen, especially with this new position we're in on, ticker symbol ELV here. Entered small with a small amount of money. The reason why we went light is just because the market volatility. We're seeing, a lot of stocks having a hard time breakout. And with this one here, you guys can see that it has heavy support on the 200-day. Boom, boom, hits it buying pressure. Looking at the hourly, you can actually see it hits that 90-day moving average line, sold off. So for us, we're still up a little bit, not much. But I do think here, our stop, let's go to the daily. Our stop is going to be near and around the 514 area. Let me draw it out here again so we can see. So we entered here at about 519. Our target is up here at highs. Our stop is going to be about here. So it's about a 4-to-1 risk and reward. We're going to risk about 2% for possible push up to highs, which is pretty good. So, it's undervalued on the RSI. So if you guys are just starting out swing trading, I would highly recommend having like a checklist or at least like a journal. Now, this is the journal, this is the journal that we sell here with the Swing Trading Masterclass. And the reason why I love it is because you can track your performance, your trade setup, your mindset. But you don't need that. You can use a journal. This journal just helps you keep everything a little more organized here. And I'll actually throw that in the chat. So if you guys want to get it. But yeah, it's just been a pretty crazy week. At the end of the day here, as long as we're profitable or at least just taking a step forward, we're in the right direction here, which is good. So swing trading, a lot of people think it's these massive returns of trying to make 100%, 200%. No, it's the 1, 2, 3% returns that just compound over the course of a year. That's what makes up a successful trader. So, I think for me, swing trading, the most important thing that if somebody said, Carter, how do you swing trade? How can I swing trade? It would be focus on base hits and education. Those two things will really, really jumpstart your trading. Education, the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. And, base hits, obviously 1, 2, 3% returns compounded. That's going to be very, very successful because you're going to always choose quality. When you're up on your money, you'll be able to take profit and not be worried about it. Now let's talk about here some stocks with some opportunity. Some of you guys threw some in the Discord, so I wanted to go through them here. This is ticker symbol AJG here. Hit that 90-day moving average line. It did establish support. So if we entered at 290, we could keep our stop below 275 for possible push up to 300. The hourly here, you guys can see it is possibly forming this nice little trend here. So we could see a nice move coming very, very soon. And looking at this, a little wedge here is forming where if we can get a push out above 280, next stop would be, 285 to 300. But if we get that sell off and it breaks down through that trend, then it could be a short trade. Next one here is ticker symbol NVO. NVO here is a position that had some good price support. Let's go ahead and draw this out. So it had tendencies of getting good buying pressure at a certain price. So you guys can see it hits it. We have good buying pressure. So there could be a move from like 220 to 224 to 230 with a stop, at like 2 or 117. Was I saying twos? Like 117 in that area. Let's go ahead and let's get this back up. Another one here is Tyson Foods. Tyson Foods had that good move on the 200-day moving average line. The hourly looks pretty decent here. It's finally starting to get some buying pressure above these moving average lines, which historically is a bullish thing for the stock to do. So in an ideal situation, we want to enter on that breakout, keep the stop loss below the 200-day moving average line for a move going forward. Now, yes, you could enter on the breakout of the 200, which would still be a good entry. Next one here is ticker symbol HALO. HALO here, the daily looks relatively interesting because we had that good upward trend, sold off, almost hit that 90-day moving average line. We do have, a little trend. Whoa, a little trend. Let's draw it out a little better. Possibly a little trend here. But more importantly, it's trading. It was trading for a 32 on the RSI. Could see a move from like 57 to 65. So I'm excited though for this one here to see if we can get a good move going forward. The hourly, does look decent. We're starting to get those breakouts here, which we want. Next one, GFL Financial. We had that false breakout where it broke out above the 200. Next day followed by good sell-off. The daily looks a little interesting because, let's remove this. We could have a nice little trend forming. This here right now is trading for a 39 on the RSI, so we could get a little more sell-off than we would like. How do you determine how much below the EMA a stop should be? So a good rule of thumb is like 2%. But one of the things that I do here, let's throw them back up here. So a good rule of thumb is look back. So let's go to so if I'm trying to look for wicks that have bounced under it. So like this here, you can see where it sold off down below it a little bit. So the max risk on this, I know, let's go ahead. Whoops. So we entered there. Would be about 1.79. That's the lowest wick. So I give a little wiggle room and you could go 2%, something like that. A lot of it, you just want to see what it's done in the past, right? So even in here, you can kind of see, a little more than 2%. So I just like to give it a little wiggle room. So if the stock does this, you're not going to get stopped out, or even this. So good rule of thumb is 2%, but I would highly recommend just making sure you have that good risk and reward is a good thing. Let's go. Where are we at? Oh, this one here, ticker symbol BGC. Somebody in the Discord wanted me to look at this here, and it actually looks pretty decent. Trading on that 90-day moving average line, there could be a move from like $9.30 to $10. That would give a nice risk and reward. So, right here, we would set our stops. I would probably go about 2% from there. So we'll go about here. About there. So risk and reward 2.57. It's trading for a 40 on the RSI, so it's a little high. You're paying a little premium for the stock here, but for a possible move going forward here. And the reason I say premium is because the RSI is it's actually at a 43. So ARQT trading on the 200-day could see a move from $9.25 to $11. Keeping your stop, you can see where it dips down a lot. So let's see. So from here, yeah, see, look how much. Look at the spread on this stock. That's 5% right there. So yeah. So a good entry would probably be at like $9 flat. Welcome to the live, James. You want me to look at Ally Financial. Ally Financial here sold off. Why did it sell off? I'll have to look into that later. But sold off for the first time below these moving average lines in 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 months there. Hourly here, does look like it's fine. Yeah, this one looks pretty decent because we have that good trend. So you could enter here. So you could enter on that 200-day because it's above it. Let's draw it out. This one looks good. Good call, James. So you could enter here. Keep your stop loss pretty tight, but not super tight, right? And you want to keep it a little bit below that trend line so if it does curl like that. So you enter here. We have multiple supports. We have the 200-day, 90-day, and that trend line. For a possible move up to, I probably would go like up to here of 39. Not bad at all. I like it. We have that trend line, 1, 2, 3, good confirmations here. It's approaching the 200-day moving average line. What's it doing today? A little buying pressure. Yeah, looking good. I like this. The only thing, I mean, I guess, yeah, we have daily support on a possible trend line going up. Price support, maybe a little price support there. Where it's 36. So resistance levels could be like 37 because of the 200-day. But yeah, it looks good. The risk and reward might be a little lower. And the reason I say that is because we do have these. Still not too bad though. Good call out though. I like it. We got ticker symbol VVR here. I think this might be an ETF if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, this would be a play on the 200-day moving average line. So this is a senior income trust, high dividend yield of 12%. See, my question, I mean, what is it? Like what, if there's a whole bunch of different ones. But yeah, I figured this one would look pretty decent. It's 25 on the RSI. So there could be a move from like 4 to 418 to 435. I think the risk and reward might not be super good, but it might be a good stock. 5-to-1 risk and reward. The last time it was trading below these moving average lines was back in 2022. So there definitely could be a move going forward here. I do like this one. This is ticker symbol VVR. This is a ETF though, just so you guys know. And here's some of the holdings in here. Yeah. Just seeing kind of, so energy, industrial, communications, a little tech. And if you guys are watching, make sure you guys hit that like button, guys, and do this. You see what that says? Make sure you guys subscribe. So make sure you guys do that. But yeah, guys, we also have a couple other stocks here. Let's continue to go through here. We got ticker symbol HNST here, trendline play. Hit the 90-day moving average line. Could be a move from like 364 to 460, which is like, I think, a pretty crazy risk and reward from what I remember. I think that's one of the reasons I put it on here. Whoa. Up here. Yeah, look at that. 7-to-1. See, for this, I would keep my stop below 352. In that range, like that. So risk is 4.5 to 1, 5 to 1. So it's not too bad though. BDSX here, trendline play. You know, we want to get a little sell off. I don't like how this stock's below $2. It's a little too volatile, as you guys can see, with the general sell off. I know some of you guys will trade it, but yeah, I'm excited though. You know, for this upcoming week, I do expect some good returns. But yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where I do think we'll get some good continuation next week, and you know, possibly some good entries. And I'm excited though. I'm excited. So, but guys, we'll end it here. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask. You know, Holden, I do like Ally. I do like it. We're holding ticker symbol ELV here for a move forward. Small trade. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Might be an entry today on Ally, just so you guys know. So you can note it. We'll see though. But yeah, we'll end it here. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to check out our school code LEARN, 50% off. And